Hey guys, I am back for another video. Today I'm doing a new series, kind of like the series I did like a year ago, where I listed like basically bands I love. But for right now, I might change the name. But I felt like after the video I did last week, which I had actually been wanting to do for a while, I thought of this idea. You know what? I'm gonna list my favorite video, not list, but like every week or every other week, pending. I'm gonna try to do once a week my favorite villains ever, like just from movies to comics, maybe occasionally video games, but mainly movies and movies and like comics that are also movie villains. So, because I feel like there's so many good ones, and no other way to kick it off than with my favorite villain ever, the Joker. The Joker has always been my favorite villain ever. He's my favorite comic villain. I mean, you know, before they ruined Star Wars, it was Darth Vader, but Joker has always... The thing is, even in the comics, his origin story has always been muddy, and I think that's why. Like, yeah, killing Joke, but that's not, like, his official one. Like, so in a way, he's never had an official origin story, and that's the biggest aspect about the character I like, and just how, you know, how batshit crazy he is, and how many just different versions of him there are. But like, just what the character just means to me is just he's always been that foil to Batman, you know. Yeah, there's Batman has his other villains, but the Joker is that one that, because, you know, in so many stories, you know, that have been told, Batman is as crazy as Joker, just in a different way. And the way they show that, and that's why, like, Joker is, when I understand, and I even agree that he's definitely used too much, especially now. But I, to an extent, understand, because that story of him being the foil to Batman is just so fun to tell. I mean, and I remember when I first saw the character in Batman, it was either Batman 89, because I think I watched pretty much Batman in 89 and Batman the Animated Series about the same time. So pretty much seeing them both, you know, the Jack Nicholson version and the Mark Hamill version, just instantly fell in love with the character. And then, you know, reading him in the comics, which, as much as I love the animated series, Joker in the comics, like, the things he does, like, whatever people think of Injustice, what he did to Lois and having Superman do that, like, that is evil. That is, like, Joker to a T right there. Or there's a story where he blew up, like, the side of a building and basically, like, caused, like, a bunch of glass to fall on people and killing, like, a bunch of people, and Joker would just laugh about it. That is the kind of villain, you know, that I love. Like, and that is why I've always loved the character. And, you know, just seeing him in different movies, you know, the Heath Ledger version, whatever problems I had with, like, you know, the Leto version and then the Joaquin version now, like, just seeing him in film. And another version of the Joker I fucking love is the Arkham version. I really think they show him being a foil to Batman so well in that. Like, I mean, the animated series, even, you know, Batman 89, but the Arkham game, especially the first two, really did a good job showcasing that. Just, the biggest thing, the whole no backstory thing, and that's what makes him so good, because, yeah, there's Killing Joke, but like I mentioned, that's, like, almost like an unofficial, it's an unofficial origin story. So, the fact that he doesn't really have an origin story makes it that much more scarier a villain. Just, you don't know how he ticks, and that's why he's such a good villain. And that's why, like, he's, you know, Joker has always been that villain to me, because the fact that he gives no fucks and just will stop at nothing just to get what he wants. Like, he'll kill a kid and then just laugh about it. That's evil right there. And the fact that he can just get out, you know, go to prison and just get broken out constantly, not put to death is like the scarier part of that character. And you know, the Mark Hamill version though is definitely, he's probably my definitive Joker, just because that voice, you know, is so iconic, and just that performance. And when I do think of the Joker, I do think of the Mark Hamill version. And the fact that he comes back for the end of the Arkham games, which almost in a way I look as loosely like part of the animated series universe, that I just feel like in the Arkham games, they do get to show you more things that they kind of couldn't show you in the cartoon. Because yeah, Joker kills people, and the fact that how he just will kill people casually makes him that much more scarier, and that is why he probably, you know, that is why the Joker is to this day, you know, stands as one of the greatest comic villains ever. You know, there are definitely some answers you could throw, but Joker has to be it. And for me, it's the lack of backstory truly is what makes him great, at least an unofficial one. You know, every other character, every other villain largely has an official origin. Joker doesn't, and that's what makes him that much more of a mystery, you know? And why he will stand the test of time. And that is why I wanted to do this series. And I felt like kicking it off with my favorite villain ever, the Joker, has definitely made the most sense. So, I mean, I can go on forever, but yeah, like, Joker's just such a good villain that, you know, I mean, maybe not in a movie, but I'm definitely down to see him again in a video game or something of some sort. Done well. Like, I want to see, like, him and Batman have, like, just the scenes alone in like film so far have all been great. But that, you know, like I said, that chemistry, that relationship between the two is so great. It's so good. Like, to me, that is the ultimate villain hero foil to me, is Batman and Joker. I think there are some good, some good answers like Lex Luthor and Superman, or Spider-Man and Green Goblin, but Batman and Joker, just so many iterations and so many stories and so many, movies, video games, television, just seeing them go at it. Not even just physically, just like their war of words, which is actually some of my favorite stuff. It's not even them fighting, really. It's them, there's this war of words, and their fucking just dialogue back and forth is so fucking good. And that to me is why the Joker is such a good villain. And to me, he's the peak villain. So I just kind of want to get that video out there. The next episode it's going to be a movie villain. It will be Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Because to me, when I think like movie villain, it's Hans Gruber. Or at least he's top 5. I don't know if he'd be like at number 1, but he's up there. Because Hans Gruber, same thing. He doesn't have a backstory. He's just, I want money. And I'm willing to kill and do what I want, hold people hostage just to get it. And that to me is why I love, and just the way Alan Rickman played it, I have to do an episode on him. So he's going to be my next one. It will be either next Wednesday but it'll be sometime next week for sure, when the next villains I love will be. So, but I'm definitely happy to finally have this be a series, because this one can go for a while, because honestly, there's a lot of villains I love. So, but yeah, guys, I'm going to cheers one more time, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow with Robin Hood and Men in Tights, for sure this time. But, yeah. But yeah, guys, as usual, fuck the Biden administration. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace!